Shri Guru Namaha.
Om Badram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः Badram पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितै यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति 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 ओम अग्नेनय सुपताराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् वियोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इष्टान्ते नम मुक्तिं विदेम ओम शांति 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 ओम आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मण ब्रह्मवर्चसी जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरषड्जो अतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीं धेनुर्वोढान्नड्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषा जिष्णुरतेष्ठाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ओम शांति शांति शांतिः आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वो प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमथ फलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणम् मे अस्तु तथात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिद पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति शांति शांतिः हरि ओम नमस्ते
Shri Guru Namaha. Very nice. So, what the last mantra which our Sivalinga recited is the Prarthana mantra, beginning mantra of the Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad or the Munikanda, they put it, because it is all search for the Brahman. Who is Brahman? The very embodiment of all-round knowledge, and otherwise called as a Gnanamurti, Gnanam. So, what kind of Gnanam we should want is again a good question. We have so many aspects of knowledge with which we are all going on in our journey of life. So, every time we have got scope to learn. There is always learning. The learning process will not end at all. The maturity we are looking for, and also wisdom therefrom. So this is one of the most important purposes for which human birth has been granted by God to beings. As we have noted, Mahata Punya Panyena Kritan Kalu Manusham Sariram or Idam Sariram. By paying very heavy cost in the form of punyam to Paramatma, we have acquired or we got the blessing of or the gift of body. And that body basically is not knowing anything. So there is a process of learning. There is journey of learning and experience and all that. And all that will be possible only through trial and error. That is experimentation, because unless you try, you will not know. But while trying, you may be having some kind of problem or difficulty, but ultimately we need not stop at it. Our rishis have told us, yatne krute yadine sadhyati kotra doshaha, does not complete. As my Guru Dr. Devastaliva told us, Anveshyatam. You should find out why. What is the dosha that hamper this not happening the success for what attempts we are doing? So that's exactly is the pursuit of all sages. Sage means seer. Sage means English only they say seer. There is a seer, seeing, and seen. And all that we have got to say in English, scenery. So if the scenery is green, your mind is green. If the scenery is different, then your mind also is different. Therefore, we are with the Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad, which is said to be the forest treatise. Aranyaka means Aranye Bhavaha. Aranye. Aranya is a place where there is no Ramana at all. Ramana means enjoyment. So the entire Aranya will be always gripped by fear and search and so on. Nobody can walk happily in the forest as much as you walk in the Mahatma Gandhi Road or otherwise in cities. But there you don't know, because along with you there are so many wild and other kinds of animals. They frequent and that is their dwelling place. City is the dwelling place for sophisticated people and rich people and moneyed people, etc. But Aranya is a place where there is no kind of disqualification required. Only thing is must have Tyaga Buddhi. Munis always choose to build their ashramas, their hermitages, not in the cities, but far from the madding crowd, and even sometimes in Aranyas, because as we come across in Puranas and other places, other scriptural literature, we notice that several munis have lived in the forest only. When Rama visited Aranyas, and he met Muni ashramas, and all munis have taken care of the route that Rama should trace, such that he will come across more number of Rakshasas, and as a Maha hero, as a representative of the king, he would have the opportunity of using his Dhanuhu and Bana. Because a great, powerful, eligible hero, a strong man, were to come to forest, leaving the Ayodhya or cities, town living, you can imagine he must also have a calendar, timetable, so that he cannot, his weapons cannot be rusted, nor useless, nor his own eminence and power. Therefore, all Rishi ashramas, Bharadwaja ashrama, for example, Agastya ashrama, for example, and Atri Muni ashrama. So like that, most of the rishis, they were actually waiting for Rama to come, and having met Rama, they went to their own liberation points. So like that, in Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad, it is a forest treatise. And what is the content in general of the Upanishad? There is the philosophical tenets and concepts, or Vedantic otherwise called, or wisdom-ridden things connected to Hinduism. And the content of the Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad talks of the nature of reality. And because we don't know what is real actually, we always think unreal as real and real as unreal. Therefore, we are confused. We are gripped by the fear. But when you know that it is real, then you are very careful. Something like in the night, if you see a rope, suddenly you mistake the rope to be a serpent. But when you come to know that it is not serpent, it is only a rope, if you imagine how happy or like that, our quest is always to know what is real. And that reality of the nature of reality. What is nature? Trees, rivers, mountains, etc. All this comes under the flora and fauna, they call it. The flora and fauna, the plants, herbs and trees, rivers, mountains, all that come under the nature, and you should know about them more. And also, ultimately, the Upanishads tell you about your Atma, because Sharira is diminishing, Sharira is decaying, Sharira is disappearing. So you can't even imagine. The people think that I want to make a mummy of a human dead body. Then no, it's not possible. It's a waste. It's very expensive. And what is the use out of it ultimately also? So, in fact, people thought of making the Sai Baba, whom the Bhaktas wanted not to bury or burn him, but they wanted to have his pictures. So, like that, the samskaras are done or not given. So, there is also a samskara for the body. That is a body samskara, means Atma samskara, it is called. And among Atma samskaras, we have got Antyeshti. Ishtis are there, several ishtis are there. All those ishtis are trying to purify, elevate, and help the journey of the person. Therefore, we come to know the identity of Atman, what is that? And you come to know about when you are living, the Upanishads will try to tell you about the consciousness levels and the creation. And what is self? Atma re društavyaha. And again, Atma re društavyaha. That is what is Bhagavatam or Vedantam. Again, Atmanam vidhi, Atmana Atmanam vidhi, Atmaiva bandhu. So, the body is only a temporary casement that has been gifted by God for us. Therefore, the knowledge will tell you what is self, what is consciousness. We have several levels of consciousness also, and then to be awareness. For example, all people ordinarily are in the third or fourth level of consciousness. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಏನೇನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಮನ ಹೊರಟೋಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಗಮನದಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, what goal you want to work for is retarding or is forgotten. Supposing a cockroach is going when you are listening to a beautiful lecture or something good or puja, until the cockroach enters into darkness, your mind is not distracted at all, attracted to the cockroach. So that is what is called. But a great people like Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or some such elevated Swamis, they are beyond the fourth level of consciousness. They go to actually, there are 7 and more frontiers of knowledge. If you want to get higher knowledge, spiritual knowledge, actually it is said you have to go to the 6th, 7th level of consciousness and beyond, so that you will be hearing sounds, you will be visualizing the gods, and you will be endowed with the knowledge. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಋಷಯಃ ಧೂತಕಲ್ಮಷಾಃ, ಋಷಯಃ ದಯಾಶಾಲಿನಃ, ಋಷಯಃ ಜ್ಞಾನಿನಃ. Like that, these are all the degrees which are found for the munis. They don't have BA, BSA, MSc, PhD, D.Lit. No. These are all English degrees. So that they're all vidwans, they're all realized souls. Therefore, you come to know about the consciousness, and we have to increase the level of consciousness. For any and everything, we should not start reacting and becoming kopam. Because there are sulabha kopaha. There are many people who suddenly get into the anger compartment. Sulabha kopaha. But persons like Rama, why we remember Rama? Because he doesn't grow angry. But if he grows angry, it means. So, naramaha sulabha kopaha. But when he makes a kopa, kopam avishya ramaha, kopam pravishya ramaha, kopam jagama ramaha. This is how the Valmiki statements in respect of the emotions or mood changes in Rama. And now I want to also tell you that there is birth means karma. Unless you have got karma remnants, there is no need for birth at all. So karma must be completely erased or reduced or become zero. See, your vehicle comes to zero, some stop, only your speedometer shows zero. So engine is separate, and your speedometer depends upon the engine and all. So like that, we have got karma is there. And what is the kind of karma that we have got to know? That itself is a gnanam, is a Veda. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has told us, Janma karma cha me vidhi, me karma, me janma. Me doesn't only mean Krishna, to all beings born. Na karma eno. What is my duty? And what is my janma? Is a male or female or otherwise? And what journey I have got to pick up, what course of life I have got to take up, what marga I have got to pick up, etc. All that is decided by the karma. That's so karma buddhihi karmanusarani. People said your buddhi is always guided by the karma that with which you are born. ಸೊ ಆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಋಷಿಗಳ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಕರ್ಮ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಥಿಕಲ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೈಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಟಾಕ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೈಕೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಹೌ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವರ್ಕ್, ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ control on your mind, because mind always falls upon the indriyas. That indriyas are the horses. A horse cannot keep quiet at all. One or the other part, if you make the horse stationary, stable, then it will do at least physical movements, small or big. Therefore, the horse, where you park horse, that particular thing in English they call it a stable, and English only. Ashwashala, Gajashala, and all the shalas are there, the garages. The stable and English all ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And then you have to make the horse which has got that moment always has got to remain stable. So that's why it is stable, and that's why we have got psychology, and we have got physics, metaphysics, and astrophysics, etc. And also not only all these things gadgets, but also you have got some methods, samadhi, enlightenment, and meditation. Apart from all that, in order to have kind of physical discipline, you have also mentioned aranye adhiyita, aranye or aranye kurvita. ಸೊ ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸು ಅಥವಾ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜು ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ಟೈಮ್, ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಏಜ್, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ, you have to be amassing good virtues. And how do you get all these virtues? Our Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad gives you. ಏನಂತ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? You must want meditation. And ಯೋಗಿಗಳು, ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ they are all called yogis. Yogam yunjanti. What is yoga? Something attachments. So supposing you take a box when you travel, North Indians will tell that your suitcase or anything like that, ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಿ ಅನ್ನೋವಾಗ ನೀವೊಬ್ಬರೇ ಪ್ರಯಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚಿ. ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಗಳು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ generosity, compassion, self-restraint, yama, niyama, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಯೋಗ ಅದು ಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವ. ಸೊ why I'm telling is, a question might come up, why should I bother about Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad at all? In these days, I want to be happy. And ನಾನು ಸಂತೋಷ ಇರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ nothing, no happiness is continuous. Something like Shakespeare telling, how what is beauty? What is beauty? He says, skin deep. So long the skin is healthy on the body of either man or woman or anybody, you're happy. But supposing skin is cut, then you see the flesh, then you see the blood flow, etc. Therefore, he said, skin is only beauty. It's only layer. That's why you should go to that beauty of the mind, beauty of the spirit, and beauty of the self, etc. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು introduction I have given you today to attract you into the course of Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad. And there are 6 kandas. That's a very big chapter. It's a very big, voluminous book. But we have ultimately to know what is the end of us. Anything is ending. Sir, everything has got an end. And you should get on to that which you has no end at all. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita tells you that Adhyavanta yeme sukhaha dukkayonaya evate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. Te dukkhayonayaha. Yoni means the source. Which are the source of dukkha? Adhyavantaha. Anything that has got a beginning is causing you ultimately into... See, when people visit you, you are happy. When your guests say that, your own relations say that, oh, ಹೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಾರ್ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಚೌಕಾಸಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ದುಃಖನೇ. ಬಂದಾಗ ಸುಖ ದುಃಖ ಸಂತೋಷ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದು ಯಾವುದು ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ, that is not at all happy. That's why Krishna, our Yajnavalkya Maharshi is not ordinary Maharshi. That among all rishis, Yajnavalkya has got a very good rank because he is a rishi who got mantras revealed to him, and he is a rishi who is a strong upasaka of Surya Bhagavan, who obliged to give him a separate Veda, Yajurveda, called Sukradharveda. And he's not contented with that. He added a Upanishad to that Samhita also. No, so that's why it is called as a Isavasya Upanishad. 39 chapters he talks about the ritual formulas. ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆನಂದವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೆ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಶಾಂತಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಶಾಂತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳೆಲ್ಲ they are not really helpful to you. That's why it is said, asantasya sukham katam. ಮನಸ್ಸು ಶಾಂತಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಸುಖ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನೋ, there won't be any kind of happiness. Yes, ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ ಓದಪ್ಪ. ಜನಕಗುಂ ವೈದೇಹಂ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯೋ ಜಗಾಮ. ಓದಿ.
ಓಂ ಜನಕಗುಂ ಅವ್ಯವಿದೇಹಂ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯೋ ಜಗಾಮ ಸಮೇನೇನ ವದಿಷ್ಯ ಇತ್ಯತ ಅಯಜ್ಜನಕಶ್ಚ ವೈದೇಹೋ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯಶ್ಚಾಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರೆ ಸಮುದಾತೆ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಅಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯೋ ವರಂ ದದೋ ಸಹ ಕಾಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಮೇವ ಪೌರೇ ತಗಂ ಆಸ್ಮೈ ದದೌ ತಗಂ ಸಮ್ರಾಡೇವ ಪೂರ್ವಂ ಪಪ್ರಚ್ಚ.
So we have done up to that. Good. Yes, one sentence club agate, close agate, and a line is being covered. Now let us note it. A good doubt comes to Janaka Maharaja. Here, Janaka is the Janaka Maharaja, Vaideha. he is a student of Yajnavalkya also. So he has so much regard for all great rishis, and therefore Janaka Maharaja is a Rajarshi. He has that great credit of being the father of Sita Devi, Janaka Nandini. So she is called Janaka Nandini. Janaka Maharaja had no children, and when tilling the soil, he found that baby, Bhumiputri, that is Sita Devi, and in the field. And so by the presence of Janaki, or otherwise Sita Devi, she is also called Janaka Nandini. She became the daughter, Nandini's daughter, and who makes them happy. And not only Yajnavalkya, not only Ashtavakra was teacher, was his guru, and there were other several people. Therefore, that kind of all knowledgeable Janaka Maharaja happened to go to Yajnavalkya Maharshi. ನಾವು ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರು ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ we are all ordinary people. So we have to go to the feet of the learned gurus and then try to know that Muhammad must go to mountain to know all about the mountain. And so ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಜನಕಗುಂ ಹಾ ವೈದೇಹಂ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯೋ ಜಗಾಮ. So Yajnavalkya Janakam Vaideham Jagama. So here Janaka Maharaja and Yajnavalkya, they happen to meet. When big people meet, learned people meet, they don't talk about XYZ. Ordinarily, they immediately jump into academic and philosophical and useful talk. Yeah, now, for example, we have in our Kendra Dr. N.C.B. Nath. Whenever he starts talking or opening or calls me or I call him, he will not talk about his personal health or anything like that, though he's a nonagenarian. Suddenly says, I have worked on this bhakti, this and all that. I have made papers. So that is the kind of way that really great academic people will do it. Adrinda Yajnavalkyo Jagama Janakam Vaideham Yajnavalkyo Jagama. Jagama is the verb, past tense, went. Gachati Jagama. And Samene na vadishye iti. So actually Yajnavalkya wants not to reveal himself or talk to him, though he went to that Rajarshi Janaka Maharaja. And in those days, all Maharajas were Rajarshis. But Vishwamitra was not a Rajarshi at the beginning, as we all know. He was just a king, emperor. But when he does, after meeting Vasishtha Maharshi and got insulted by Vasishtha, and he wanted to become as great as Vasishtha Maharshi himself. So Vishwamitra went into penance. And at first trip, he was declared as a Rajarshi. Though he is a Raja, Rishitulyaha Raja, just like, and in fact, Rama also, after marriage, when he brought Sita home, he introduced to Sita like that. How did he say? Naham Arthaparo Devi, Dharmaparahaham, and Dharmaparahaham, and I am only voting for Dharma. So what you should understand me, Rishibihi Tulyam Mam Vidhi. Rishibihi Tulyam Mam Vidhi. Anta heltane. Amma Sita Devi, you please consider me as a Rishi. And that is how he introduced himself to Sita Devi. And therefore, you observe here, I want to be silent, because Munihi andre artha enu artha, Yajnavalkya Munihi andre ಮೌನಾತ್ ಮುನಿರುಚ್ಯತೆ. ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ಮೌನಾತ್ ಮುನಿರುಚ್ಯತೆ. ಅವರು ಮುನಿರಾಜ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಮುನಿರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು. ಸೊ ಮುನಿರಾಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಾಂತಿಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಮೌನವಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕೆಲವರು ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಮಹಾಪೀಠಾಧಿಪತಿಗಳು ಮೌನ ವ್ರತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈವನ್ ಇವರು ಮುನಿರಾಜ್ ಬಂದರು. ಸೊ ಮುನಿರಾಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರಾಜ್ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂತಿ ಅಂತ, ಲೈಟ್, ಬ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಮುನಿರಾಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೌನಂ. ಮೌನಾತ್ ಮುನಿರುಚ್ಯತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಮೌನ ಅಂದರೆ ವೆನ್ ಯು ನೋ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್. It is like Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Govind is here. For 10 chapters, Arjuna was putting questions and questions. And when Vishwarupa Darshanam done, showed to him, from 12th chapter onwards, Arjuna is silent. Krishna is the vocalist. Hange, andrenu, up to some time you work for. And when you are crowned with that answers of your like, then you become silent. So Yajnavalkya Maharshi also was of that order, not much talking or vocalist. So mene andre thought. Vadishyam na vadishyayite. And yajjanakascha vaideho Yajnavalkyascha Agnihotre samudate. And ultimately, after performing the Agnihotra, because Agnihotra is a constant thing, whether for Muni or for the king or for all people, because one has to maintain fires in the house outside, and that is the rule for him. ನೋಡಿದ್ರ, ಉಪನಯನ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಟುಗೆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ 10-15 minutes ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಆಫರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 11-21 ಸಮಿದಾಸ್ and keep him live day break and day set. 2 times ಅಗ್ನಿ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗ್ನಯೇ ಸಮಿಧಮಾಹ ಋಷಂ ಅಂತ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್. ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಆಫರ್ ದಿ ಸಮಿಧಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಅಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರೆ ಸಮುದಾತೆ, ದೇ ಟಾಕ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರ. ಹೋತ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟ್? ಹೂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇನ್ವೈಟ್, ಟು ಇನ್ವೋಕ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ ದ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ನಿದೇವ, because Agni is the representative of all gods, and every god has no grouse at all whenever Agni takes the lead. That's why we always make a prayer, Agne naya supadharaye asman vishwani deva vajunani vidwan ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಗ್ನಿ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಯೋಜ್ಯಸ್ಮಜ್ಜುಹುರಾಣಮೇನ. So our duty is to encounter whatever kind of difficulty that attacks us, that comes to us, but with the grace of Agni Bhagavan. And then for all this kind of mutual benefit, his working and our working, we are acknowledging with thanks to Agni, saying that ನಮ್ಮ ಉಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಗ್ನಿಹೋತ್ರೆ ಸಮೂದಾತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್, ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗೆ ಆ ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜನು ನಡವಳಿಕೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಯಿತು. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಎನಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಟು ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವುಮನ್ coming into a wedlock, describing themselves to be wife and husband, helping the God's work, creation, children, and it is a dharma kriya. And that dharma kriya is going to be of great help for the departed Pitrus and also the gods. Therefore, that's why arthecha, dharmecha, kamecha, nati charami, and nati charitavya. These are the promises which are taken out from the bride and bridegroom when they are tied with the locking system of the friendship. Sakha saptapadi bhava. Ee saptapadi martar, most important. That is also legally approved. When saptapadi is done in Hindu marriage, in Hindu law tells that the marriage is solemnized and they cannot be divorced immediately as they think like that. So saptapadi ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮುದಾತೆ. So they went on talking about the importance of Agni, Agnihotra, inviting the Agni, worshipping the Agni, Yakshicha, and all that which we expect. And even in Namakam, I'm just taking you to earlier text that you have learned. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರುದ್ರನನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಕ್ಷ್ವಾಮಹೇ ಸೌ ಮನಸಾಯ ರುದ್ರಂ ನಮೋಭಿಹಿ, ಅಗ್ನಿಗೆ ನಮವುಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರುದ್ರನಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ 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 ಅಂತ ನಮಕದ ಪೂರ್ತಿ 180 times we say ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Therefore ನಮವುಕ್ತಿಂ ವಿಧೇಮ. That same way we have got this kind of thing. So samudate, and ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ವರಂ ದದೌ. ಆ ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗೆ ಮುನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಬೂನ್, ವರಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ಲೈಕ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಭೀಷ್ಟ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ. ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸಂತೋಷ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮುನಿಗಳು, ದೊಡ್ಡವರೆಲ್ಲ, ಅಭೀಷ್ಟ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇಷ್ಟಾರ್ಥ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು, ಅಭೀಷ್ಟ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರಸ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಅದು ವರ. ಏನಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಸಹಕಾಮಃ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಮೇವ ವೌರೇ ತಗುಂ ಹಾಸ್ಮೈ ದದೌ ತಗುಂ ಹಾ ಸಮ್ರಾಡೇವ ಪೂರ್ವಂ ಪ್ರಪ್ರಚ್ಛ. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ರಾಡೇವ ಪೂರ್ವಂ ಪ್ರಪ್ರಚ್ಛ. When such kind of varam is being granted or uttered by the Rishi, then there was that sahasa ha kama prashnam eva vaure. So vaure, varam is noun, vaure is the verb, vru is that stem, root. So vru to choose, varam is that which is granted to you, vaure is to ask for. Therefore varam vaure ಏನಂತ? ತಂ ಹ ಸ್ಮೈ ದದೌ ತಂ ಹ ಸಮ್ರಾಡೇವ ಪೂರ್ವಂ ಪಪ್ರಚ್ಛ. So whatever scope or varam being granted to Janaka Maharaja by Yajnavalkya Maharshi, not losing the scope and opportunity, immediately Janaka Maharaja, who is Janaka Maharaja, is a Samrat. Samrat, Virat, Swarat, Bharat. ಈ ರಾಟ್ ಶಬ್ದ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಫಾರಮ್, ಅಂಡ್ ರಾಜ ಈಸ್ ದಿ real shabda form. That's why something like in Sanskrit we say akaranta pumlingo rama ramas shabdaha. ಅದು ರಾಮಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸ್ಟೆಮ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ರಾಮಃ ರಾಮಹು ರಾಮ. So like that, we in Sanskrit we have got that kind of stem form and the word form. Therefore ಯಗುಂ ಹಸ್ಮೈ ದದೌ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ? ಸಮ್ರಾಡೇವ ಪೂರ್ವಂ ಪಪ್ರಚ್ಛ. ಪೃಚ್ಛ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನ, ಪೃಚ್ಛ. So, papracha is the past tense. Pruchati, present tense. Prut is the root. So, he questioned him in the beginning. Purva means at first. At first, he questioned him. Enanta, Nodi, Janaka Maharaja and Yagnavalkya, they have become tight friends, thick friends. ಅದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ಗೌರವ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸಬಾರ್ದು. ದಿ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಗಾರು ಅವರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಕೃಷ್ಣನವರೇ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ? ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂಡ್ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಎನಿ ಆನರಿಕ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಏನಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾನೆ? ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ ಕಿಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಅಯಂ ಪುರುಷಃ ಇತಿ. Then he asked, is this Purusha a floodlight? Is a Jyoti. Jyoti andrenu, which will constantly shine out. So, tumba kanti ayiro Jyoti. Adar Jyoti riti nakshatreshu. So, a Jyoti ellide, namge ellide nodidra, in Taittiriya Upanishad alli, we have got the description of that. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತೈತ್ರೇಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ tells you ಜ್ಯೋತಿರಿತಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರೇಷು ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ, ಕೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ದಿ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ತೈತ್ರೇಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್? ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಪಂಚ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಜ್ಯೋತಿರಿತಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರೇಷು. ಎನಿವೇ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್. And there you have got Jyotiriti Nakshatreshu. Yeah, in the beginning alli irbeku. So there is that Jyotiriti Nakshatreshu. Yeah, page number 12, you get that. Adhilokamadhijyotishamadhividyamadiprajamadhyatmam. What is this all? Tamahasagum hita ityachakshate. All that is said to be the Mahasamhita. Mahasamhita, dalli andre, Samhita andre, they're all collectivity of that. And Barovaga, he talks about one by one, what is Loka, what is Jyotisha, what is Vidya, and so on. So that tells you that after Lokam, he says, Atha adhi Jyotisham, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರಿತಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರೇಷು ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡುತ್ತಾನ ಆಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ, ಜನಕ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, what is Purusha? Purusha ultimately is the light only. What is Aditya? Ultimately light. So any and everything will enter into the Jyoti. That's why Jyotirayam and Ajyoti. So Purusha Jyotihi is a Mahavakya. Which Purusha? Ayam Purusha Jyotihi. And the question is Purusha iti. Then the answer could be Aditya Jyotihi Samrat iti. So Samrat in Aditya Jyotihi. Really speaking, Purusha Jyoti yavadu andre Surya Bhagavan. Aditya Jyotihi. So Jyotiradityaha. So Jyotiraditya is that there is no other complement, that highest complement or description that you can give to Surya Bhagavan. That is called Jyoti. And Sam Jyotihi Samraditi Hovacha. And then the discussion comes up. Why do you call Surya Bhagavan as Jyoti? And we have a number of explanations in Upanishads. And in fact, we got Surya Upanishad. We have got Surya Sahasranama, Ashtottara, Surya Stotra, Sashta, so much of literature is there. And in that context, I was tempted, or rather urged by my own self to write a book on, explain the names of Surya Bhagavan as found in the Surya Sahasranama. And that book has been published by our Adhyayana Kendra, and it is uploaded in our website, nvak.tripod.com. If you want, you can download and come to know the wealth, character, qualities, mahima, sharing power, etc. of Surya Bhagavan. And basically, Surya Bhagavan has been described as the Arogya Vidwan. No deity has been given that compliment, Arogya Vidwan. He is a scholar in human welfare or in healthcare. However many healthcare systems are there, all healthcare systems, eye care, ear care, brain care, body care, etc., all these cares come together is healthcare, and Arogya it comes under. So that Arogya Vidwan is Surya Bhagavan. Therefore, here Aditya Jyoti, and then there with this Aditya Jyoti, or finding out what is Jyoti, the dialogue between Janaka Maharaja and Yajnavalkya continues. Because what is dialogue? Through dialogues, you get to know the truths. That's why it is said, Vade Vade Jayate Tattva Bodha. As you keep on advancing thinking and arguments and discussions, what would happen ultimately? Tattva Bodha. Tattva is reality. What is exactly real? Our reality koskarave nama jivana irodu. So what is real, we enjoy. What is unreal, we only have the moha. We only that. But unfortunately or fortunately, we forget that. 3 hours you see a movie. Afterwards, what happens? You pick up something, headache. Nobody will be in the house to serve your food, dinner. All problems crop up. But this reality is something different. When Surya Bhagavan is there, people say, make hay when sun is there. So, a light irogale sun andre light. Hange illi Aditya Jyotihi Samrat iti hovacha. So he said, oh Samrat, oh Janaka Maharaja, Nodkopa, Adityane Jyotini, nothing more than that. Then Aditya, why? Because he is trying to reason out. Because all our rishis are great scientists. They don't admit the solutions unless they are able to reason it out. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಬರೋದು ಆರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟೆಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ and then only it is found in the medical shop. Then only, that's why the medical representatives always meet doctors, educate them the new medicines that have been marketed or that have been in this market, and they encourage them to prescribe so that there will be that kind of partner. Why are the medical representatives? They are knowledgeable people. They will just educate on each medicine. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ ಆದಿತ್ಯ even this Yajnavalkya also is trying to reason out. Hovacha Adityene Vayam Jyotishaha. Jyotisha andrenapa, all luminary bodies. That's why we have got astro knowledge, asteroids, astro bodies, astro travel, astral body. So every yogi, Govind Avare, every yogi has got astral body. Every devata has got astral body. You will see the body there only, but you are able to move all over the universe. That is the great power of yogins. Or sometimes you get that astral body experience when you are dreaming. And I had one chance like that long back. Beautiful. Even today, it's a green memory of my dreams, one of the dreams, that though I was sleeping in America, but I visited in India so many, importantly, Subramaniam and others, and temples, Subramania Swami temple and all that. And when I opened the eyes, it was all gone. But really, people will have, yogins will have the experience of moving all over the globe and trying to pick knowledge and share the knowledge with others. Therefore, ಈ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ she says that all ಆದಿತ್ಯೇನೈವಾಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಷಾಃ ಅಂತೆ ಪಲ್ಯಂತೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಕರುತೆ ವಿಪಲ್ಯಂತೇತಿ ತದ್ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ. So even the luminary bodies have got karma. ಯಾರು ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂತಾರೋ, anybody who take the form, they are attributed with karma. ಕರ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಯಾವ ಜಂತು, ಯಾವ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಕೋಪಿ ತಿಷ್ಠತಿ ಅಕರ್ಮ ಕೃತು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಕರ್ಮ ಕುರ್ವನ್ನೇವ ತಿಷ್ಠತಿ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕರ್ಮ, ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್, ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಶವ. That is, all your activity, physical activity, etc., is done for, and ಶವಾಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಶವತ್ವ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಷಾಃ ತೇ ಪಲ್ಯಂತೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಕುರುತೆ ವಿಪಲ್ಯತೆ ಪಲ್ಯಂತೆ ಕರ್ಮ ಕುರುತೆ ವಿಪಲ್ಯಂತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಾರನ್, ದೇ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಹಗಲು ಹೊತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳು ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅರುಣ ಪ್ರಶ್ನ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯು. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆಫ್ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಈಸ್ ಓವರ್ಪವರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಸ್. ದೋ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, they are not visible to us. It is something like in our ordinary experience. If you focus your torchlight towards Aditya, torchlight is there with cells, but do you see that Aditya is overpowering? So the torchlight power is dull, lowest, and therefore vipalyeti evameva iva tadu yajnavalkya. Yeah, you asked the question that what is the Jyoti, and now the journey to realize the real Jyoti is going on, beginning from Aditya. Next one nodidra kuruti tad yajnavalkya astamita aditye yajnavalkya kim jyotireva yam purushah iti. Next question comes up. Yajnavalkya, supposing sun sets, he is not found in the sky, then what next? Jyoti is constantly burning. That's what called Divya Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, and Paramatma Jyoti. And therefore, even when you go into meditation, deep ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಓಂಕಾರ meditation, ಅವಾಗೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, when you do meditation, you can't open eyes and do meditate. You have to close. When you close your eye, the inner eye starts viewing things slowly, one by one. And so meditation ಮಾಡೋವರಿಗೆ, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ದವರಿಗೆ, what will be their experience ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಜ್ಞವಲ್ಕ್ಯ is almost describing what would happen when you get into the track of meditation. Close your eye and stop breathing ultimately, and then you will see the Paramatma. You see, in respect, in Ramayana, we are given the knowledge. Vishwamitra, in his final strip of tapas, he stopped breathing even. And when he stopped breathing, the smoke went out from the heat of tapas of Paramatma and were choking the gods in the heaven. Then they went to Brahma and said, oh, there is a lot of choking. There is smoke. Go, Brahma. Grant him what he wants. Then you know that Brahmadeva comes and says, I know your desire. You are now declared as the Brahmarshi anta Vishwamitra Maharshi helidre. How Vishwamitra answers to Brahmadeva, no, you are not eligible. Only Vasishtha is the eligible teacher or Brahmagnani or Brahmarshi who can qualify me like that. So they all again went to Vasishtha Maharshi and asked Vasishtha to come and give up enmity and become friendly with Vasishtha, with Vishwamitra, and grant him the Brahmarshatvam. So when Vishwamitra declared like that, he became happy. So imagine that Rishitvam, Brahmarshatvam is very great, and that is the eternal light, eternal principle, eternal thing. So he said, even Surya you call will become setting. So who next? Otherwise, darkness, total darkness overs the horizon. So then what is that? Again, the answer comes up. So like that, we keep on going from step to step, step. And ultimately, what is the real Jyoti? Another Kottaku. Adanne replica agi, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾನಾರಾಯಣ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ವಿರಜಾ ಹೋಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ಆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂತ ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. There is Jyoti inside us. Ardram Jwalati Jyotirahamasmi Yohamasmi Brahmahamasmi Ahameva Mam Jihomi Swaha Akaryavakirni, etc. goes in Mahanama Upanishad. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಈ ಆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು when Atma is Brahma or a chip from Brahma, Jyoti, everybody is a chip from Brahmadeva, Brahma Jyoti. So chip from Indian workshop. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಚಿಪ್ is important. ಆ ಚಿಪ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಆರ್ದ್ರಂ ಜ್ವಲತಿ ಅದು ಆರ್ದ್ರವಾಗೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀನು ಬಾಡಿ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋದ್ರು ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. That's why when a man dies, immediately at his head people keep a lamp, because the jyoti inside you must merge into jyoti outside, kept nearly, especially at the head. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡುವನು ಆ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪವನ್ನು ಕಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ವೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 10 ದಿವಸ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ 11ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಮೆರ್ಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ವಾಟರ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ವೇರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ? ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಅವರೇ, ಅಗ್ನಿಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ಅವರು, ಗಿರಿರಾಜ್ ಅವರೇ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ, ಬರ್ತ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. You get 100 marks. So
dwelling.
So
yes sir, Benachikallu antaralla sir, Benachikallu.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes sir.
The Agni has got Mataraha, ತಾಯಿ ಯಾರು ಅಗ್ನಿಗೆ? ಅಮ್ಮ. ಹೈಡ್ರೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ನೀರಿಂದಾನೇ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. All electric lights that we are enjoying now, the power is only due to the water power. Water power converted into light, converted into microwave, converted to fridge, converted into fan, converted into bulb, etc. So all the forms of Agni is but water. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಈವನ್ ಐತರೇಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ he created the gods, from lump of water he created the men, he created the animals, he created food, he created hunger and thirst, and saw that the entire world goes with the food only, with the water only. That's why idamba agrasarila asa sa prajapati rabhut. So like that, there are many ways how the creation started off. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆದಿತ್ಯನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ದಿ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್, ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್, ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆಗಲಿ and whatever scope you have got, so it's changing the kind of lens. Even in your eye also, the lens changes. And ultimately, when cataract or something like that happens, the dullening, the clouding the vision. As the clouding of the vision takes place, the present day technology has so greatly improved that they don't want to put the glasses outside. They put glass inside, lens inside, and you can go without lenses as you are born like. So adrinda illi next answer that is given by Yajnavalkya, saying that what happens, chandrama eva asya jyotihi bhavati iti, chandramasayvayam jyotishaha, all the nakshatras are being visible only because of the Chandra. So Sahachandraha, all the nakshatras are there along with the mound. So notice the deep analytical way, step by step, our Yajnavalkya Maharshi is trying to teach people that ayya, ನೀವು ಬದುಕಿರುವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರ್ಸೂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಬಂಗ್ಲೋ, not to purchase a high expensive car, not to do this, but ultimately you should know Atmajyoti. Atmajyotiಯನ್ನು ಹೊರತಗಬೇಕು. So ardram jalati jyotihi, and whatever light jyoti that is burning inside you, bring it out. When you bring it out only, then Vinayaka Vratam is coming. Varasiddhi Vinayaka Vratam, you are all planning on 18th. What are you doing? When you go to a shop, you see the idol of Vinayaka. When you bring home and do puja and prana pratishtha and all that, Vang manas chakshu srotra jihva grana reto buddhiya uchvasa nisvasa rupena vahiragatya asmin bimbe kalase pratishtantu swaha anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು, we want whatever pranam is inside us, it becomes a Bahi prana. Something like Valmiki say, making Rama say, Lakshmana prano bahischara. I am the prana moving, but the outside prana that is moving is Lakshmana, brothers, relations. So Bahi prana, anta prana anta. Hange illi beautiful agide. I think I stop here. We continue. See, I think you should love Bruhadaranyaka Upanishad also, because Upanishads are always linked with other Upanishadic knowledge in the form of repetition or borrowing or explanation or commentatorial way. Therefore, Upanishad, that's why all Upanishads talk about the Brahma, all talk about the eternity, and also our attempts and methods to reach the eternity ultimately. That's what Janma Rahitya, and that is how we are going on with in our Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra. Thank you very much. Om Swasti.